Good catch.
Terrible. That was a terrible freaking. There we go. Now we got it.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else. All are welcome to the Wolves baseball broadcast, today featuring the Benicia Panthers. They're coming into town. The Wolves are the home team on this beautiful March 4th, Tuesday. It's a cloudy day, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 Celsius. The home plate umpire is Bob McAdams, and out on the field is Tim Zervell. Same crew that we had on Monday last week on that one game where it's got a little cloudy and it ended late, so hopefully we don't have a late dark game today. And on the field now, we're going to have the defensive alignments. On the mound is Keffer, catching is Johnson, first base is Harris, second base is Hall, over at third is Lopez, Brown is at short. The outfield from left to right goes Schmeling, Som, and Goler. My name is Coach Rasol, and I'm joined in the booth by Caden Roberts, one of my players. Caden, how are we doing today?
No, we're doing well. It's just a beautiful day to have a ball game, and I'm just pumped. Nonetheless, we got Bradley Keffer on the mound after a complete gem he spun in the first outing against Wilsey Wood. So we're ready for today's matchup.
Beautiful summary there. Thank you, Caden. Keffer is coming off of a good start against Wilsey Wood. He was scoreless in his appearance there. So now leading things off is going to be Nash Rubens. He's going to be the starting center fielder, jersey number 8. He's a righty in the box. So Benicia is rocking these blue uniforms, very distinctive. The two-tone hats. American Canyons got the black and gold jerseys with the pinstripes. The first pitch from Keffer is swung at and fouled.
You can almost say like these uniforms look like some pajamas. I mean, I think I have the exact same set at home for pajamas. I mean, I like them.
Yeah, Benicia rocking their blue softball pants today. Now, Rubens in the box. The 0-1 pitch is at the letters. 1 ball, 1 strike. That ground ball to Royce Hall. A little bit of a scuffle, but Hall recovered quickly and got the out at first, 1 away.
Hey, way to knock it down by Royce Hall. I mean, way to body up, didn't panic, and got the out. Royce Hall is actually the person who hosts all of our hitting meets. He has a batting cage in his backyard, so we tend to all go to his house and just hit.
Now here's the second hitting Miles Cooper, jersey number 9, a right-handed batsman. He takes ball 1. Cooper's jersey number 9. He's the starting second baseman. Caden, you were mentioning that Royce Hall is the house that the team goes to. Hall is the type of player that looks like he just lives and breathes baseball.
I mean, he sure does. I mean, if you go to his room, it's just all baseball. So, I mean, this guy just loves baseball, and I respect it. I do too. Maybe not at the same level as he does, but nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, different levels of intensity, right? But everyone loves this game nonetheless. They wouldn't be on this field if they didn't. It looks like Cooper is now standing on first after a hit by pitch. Here's jersey number 15, Colton Richardson. He's the starting third baseman. The first pitch is above his head. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the 1-0. Swung on, hard hit, line drive, down the line, fair ball. It looks like the runner from first is going to round second and stop at third, and that's going to be a double for Colton Richardson.
Seems like a missed location from Bradley Keffer. Missed a bit inside and turned on it.
Yeah, that ball was hard hit. Richardson wasn't confused at all. And here is Mateo Bivian. Bivian's the designated hitter. He doesn't appear on the field. Jersey number 40. He swings underneath. Was that an off-speed? Letter high?
Maybe a changeup or maybe a two-seam. Definitely had a tailing movement to it.
Yeah, it wasn't as straight as Keffer's other pitches. It was definitely one of those off-speeds. Right at the letter. Right at the letters. 0-1 the count. Runners on second and third with only one out. The infield, it looks like everyone except Hall is shaded slightly in. Interesting to see Brown over at shortstop and Johnson behind the dish. Brown's been getting a lot more looks in the catcher position so far in this early season, but he's back in the position he manned a lot last year. Now it looks like they're going to call it time. Lots of chirping from this Benicia dugout, and Keffer and Johnson are having to discuss in person what they want to do.
You know, chirping is one of the things that you kind of just make high school baseball. I mean, what's a high school baseball game without a little bit of chirping, you know? And you kind of see it in the college level, and major league level, but definitely not as much as you see it at the high school level. And you can actually hear what they're saying. So high school ball definitely has that element to it. It makes it special.
Now the pitch. Off speed, inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that just makes high school ball so fun, is that we're trying to capture in this broadcast. It's just the energy. I mean, you know, a baseball field doesn't exactly pack up like a football stadium. It doesn't echo like a basketball gym. But it's being on the field and hearing all these teams rib at each other for 7 innings long, it's quite the vibe. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keffer from the stretch. The kick, the pitch, swung on. Line drive down the line again. Foul. Just barely.
I mean, off-speed pitch. I mean, did exactly what it was supposed to do. Catch him out front. And now I think you see with that off-speed pitch. I mean, maybe now probably gas him up with a fastball. I mean, freeze him with a knee-high fastball and move on to the next batter.
Yeah, I mean, he was early on the off-speed, right? So, if you go fastball, it might run in.
The fastball at the knee.
But fastball at the knees would be a good look. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, low. So that's going to even it out. 2-2. Lopez is playing just at the cut of the grass, as is Mason Harris. Anything on the ground, they're going to look at the runner, then go to first. Dylan Brown is playing in the middle of the dirt. Same depth as Hall. Now the 1-2 is skied. Left side of the field. It's going to be the center fielder, Sam, who has it. Here's the throw home, and it's not going to be in time. So a sacrifice fly for Mateo Bivian, and it's 1-0.
Hey, way to get out of it. I mean, runners on second and third, just getting it out is very important. I mean, yeah, it's early in the ballgame. We can sacrifice a run. Now we have the lefty-lefty matchup, so this guy out, let's get in the dugout, let's get hit him.
So Miles Cooper scores the first run. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch swung on, fouled. That's into the football stadium. Mateo Bivian with the sac fly and the RBI. That should be noted. Colton Richardson stays at second base. And the pitch swung on and fouled. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So lefty-lefty matchup. These are always fun to watch. Here is Bryce Brunson, if I hadn't said his name already, jersey number 33. He's the shortstop. Batting in the 5 hole. The 1-2. Ooh, it hits him right in the elbow guard. Looked like it was an off speed, so an easy take.
I mean, it looks like one just slipped away from Bradley Kepper. I mean, now we have force out at any base. I mean, not a bad hit. I mean, did have 2 strikes on him, but go ahead and get after this guy right here.
Yeah, that wasn't what he was trying to do. Obviously, you don't want to hit a batter with 2 strikes and 2 out. But as Roberts pointed out, now on a ground ball, any of the defenders can go to any base to end the inning. Here's jersey number 3, Carlos Largespada. Largespada takes ball 1. He's the starting catcher. It's a common trend. Do you remember Jared Saltalamacchia from the Rangers? It was just his name was so long it had the curve from armpit to armpit on his back. And Largespada, continuing the tradition of long last name catchers. What's the longest name you remember, Roberts?
Honestly, I couldn't. Maybe D. Gordon Strange, since he added the Strange to Gordon. I mean, that one's supposed to be long. Kind of made like a little rainbow on the back of his jersey.
Oh, that hit is deep left center field, but Schmeling camps underneath it, and that's going to end the inning. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
Mark!
Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. Royce Hall is about to lead things off, and we will have the batting lineup up on the bottom right corner in just a few moments. The lineup goes Hall, Brown, Harris. Lopez is in the cleanup spot. Johnson's batting 5th, and then it goes Sam, Garcia, Goler, and then Schmeling. Garcia is the designated hitter. No Keffer in the lineup. Here's the first pitch to Hall, who shows bunt, and he's going to foul it out of play. Not a bad idea for the leadoff batsman, especially for Hall. He's already a left-handed batsman, so if he can drop one, he does have good speed. He'd be able to get to first. Now the third baseman's playing in, and that ball is going to be skied. Left side of the field. It's the center fielder and the left fielder coming together, but it's the center fielder who makes the catch, hatless. Rubens makes the first out, 1 away. Here's Dylan Brown. Brown ambushes the first pitch. Sends it straight back. Kick in the pitch. Swung around, and that's going to be a base hit for Dylan Brown. I tripped up my words. Swung on, swung at. Either of the two. That swing gives Dylan Brown and the Wolves their first hit of the ball game. Was deposited into left center field just over the head of the shortstop. A line drive. Beauty of a hit. You can tell he barreled it all up. So here's Mason Harris, jersey number 12. He swings underneath that thigh-high fastball on the outside corner. 0-1 the count. This is Murphy, jersey number 21 on the mound for the Benicia Panthers. Now there's a line drive to left field, but the left fielder, Todd, is going to catch it on one hop. Back-to-back singles for the Wolves. That one was hit just a little further than Brown's. Still in that left field spot. They're pulling the ball against Murphy. Brown moves to second. And some chirping from the dugout. They're telling the pitcher to throw harder. Here's jersey number 4, the cleanup hitter, Andre Lopez. First pitch, just under the letters for a called strike. His fastball does have some whip. It sounds very heavy when it gets into the glove of Larga Espada. Now Murphy sets. He checks on the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Curveball slapped on the ground to the third baseman. Across the diamond, they're going to get the out, but a productive at-bat for Andre Lopez puts runners in scoring position for Noah Johnson. "5-3" on the putout. First pitch to Johnson is a curveball that bends back into the zone. 0-1 the count. Ooh, a hard hit. Line drive right into the Benicia dugout. It looks like it caught somebody right on the knee. That's a true ugly finder. So balls into the dugout, we call those ugly finders. Why? Because the guy who just showed himself wasn't watching. You gotta watch the ball in this game. 0-2 the count, though, to Johnson. See, when a ball hits you like that, you just gotta keep quiet, man. You don't go out onto the field and make a scene out of it. It's not about you. Anyways, 0-2, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Both in scoring position for Johnson. A right-handed batsman, jersey number 10. Now from the windup, Murphy kicks, and that is fouled. Yeah, Murphy's right foot does seem to disengage for a little bit. We'll see if the umpires are taking a closer look at that. We'll do it again. 0-2 the count. Now the pitch. Above the eyes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2. Swung on, scooped to the third baseman, Richardson. The throw across the diamond, pulls him off the bag, but they got him. The tag was applied, and that's going to end the inning. 1-0 the score remains as we head to the top of the second.
I'm Caden Roberts, and welcome back to the ACHS Wolves baseball broadcast. Left a couple runners on board last inning, but like the aggressive at bats. Bradley, this is low. Bradley kept it calm, cool, and collected in the dugout. Had some miscues in his mechanics in the first inning, but seems to fix it here in the second.
Ground ball to Royce Hall. Bobbled, recovered, but safe. So second time today, that's really uncharacteristic for Royce. You know, he's one of those sure-handed gloves that you don't worry about, but it might be that the sun is pointing right in his direction. We're not quite sure, but the first inning he had one of those. Yeah, he didn't field it cleanly, but was close enough to the bag. He fielded it to his left, which is why he was able to still get the out. This ground ball from the bat of Jackson Habiger was to his left. And so it's going to be an infield hit. An error, excuse me. I'm not the official scorer, it's my judgment, but fair point. Error indeed. Oh, that one is on the ground. Cut off by Lopez. The throw to second. Out on the first. Double play! What a play from this infield. Lopez was charging in on the grass, made the flip to second. Hall threw a dart to first to get the out, and all of a sudden, we have 2 outs.
I mean, beautiful pitch executed by Bradley. He needs to get him off balance to get that ground ball, and that's exactly why we have a double play. A lot of double plays could be credited to the pitcher, especially just keeping them off balance. But I mean, also credit the middle infielders from turning and Andre, obviously. Beautiful sequence by ACHS.
Yeah, so Blake Matson was the one who hit that low pitch and grounded it. Habiger gets thrown out on the way to second. Here's Jake Todd in the 9th hole. Jersey number 27, the starting left fielder. And, man, what a play that was. Just a soft tapper that Lopez had to come around to get. I mean, those are always the hardest plays as a third baseman when you feel like you're cutting off your shortstop, but also you're cutting off valuable time. Had Lopez allowed the shortstop Brown to make that play, they would not have been able to turn it because Lopez's momentum was already going towards second. So, beautiful execution. They got him by a hair. And just like that, Keffer is back in this. Keffer is one of those sure-handed pitchers. You know, with the graduation of Spencer Watson, it's almost the torch has been handed off to Keffer as the left-hander in these tough moments. Now he pitches one that's skied to Schmeling, and that's going to end the inning. A beautiful inning. As Roberts heads back to the dugout, we are going to the bottom of the second. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. Bottom of the second inning in this 1-0 ball game. Savon Som steps up to the plate, the starting center fielder, jersey number 2. And Murphy, jersey number 21, still on the mound. Here's the kick and the pitch. At the eyes, ball 1. Good take from Som. And now the 1-0. A hair lower, this time called a strike. And he swings underneath that belly-high fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2, curveball at the shoulders, ball 2. So Murphy on the mound, Larga Espada is his catcher, Matson's at first, Cooper is at second. Now the 2-2, fouled away. Richardson is at third, Brunson is at short. And then the outfield from left to right goes Todd, Rubens, and Habiger. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called, and Savon Som is down. Here is jersey number 9, Mateus Garcia. He's the designated hitter. So, no call there. 1 ball, no strikes. And that ball is hard hit in the center, but caught by Rubens. It was loud off the bat, just a little too high. Here's Cole Goller with 2 outs and nobody on. There's a called strike. 0-1 the count. The wind moving gently from left to right. There's a quick 0-2 now for Cole Goller. Some patches of blue just over the field, but overcast otherwise. And the 0-2 fouled away. That was at the eyes. Somehow Goller made contact with it. 0-2, and Murphy's just pounding the zone with strikes right now. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, in the dirt. Good take from Goller. It started at the knees. He was attempting to deceive and mimic a low knee-high fastball, but Goller picked up the spin. Now the 1-2. A low curveball, swing and miss, and Murphy's fired up in the second inning. All right, we're going to head into the top of the third. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. Here we are, top of the third inning. We swing back to the leadoff hitter, Nash Rubens. In the first inning, he grounded out to Royce Hall. That was the first of Hall's bobbles, but he was able to recover from it quickly. That's one of the benefits of second base. You can almost get down on your knees and block it like a catcher on some plays and still get the out at first. Now Rubens attacks that first pitch and fouls it straight back. A quick 0-1. Keffer shaking a couple times. Now Keffer sets. And the 0-1. A curveball. Line drive. Out. Right to Andre Lopez.
Hey, the boys are dialed now. I mean, after that double play, I mean, we're locked in on defense. Hey, even Bradley Keffer's dialed, absolutely dialed. Ripped a couple of smelling salts from the dugout. I mean, the boys are buzzing.
Here's Miles Cooper. 1 out. He was hit by a pitch back in the first, and he ended up scoring the only run of this ball game for both teams. And a nasty curveball is called at the knees from Bradley Keffer.
Dropping the hammer. No chance. Bradley Keffer dropped the absolute hammer. Call him Thor, I guess.
Yeah, Keffer's just got that nasty movement. Because he's got that, again, a clock from the perspective of the batter. He's got that, 1-7 curveball, I'd say. He's got a 1-7 curveball, but his two-seam's got some ride on it. His two-seam will go maybe 9-3 on a tighter axis, but still, it's so hard to pick up. Ooh. Oh, high. A high curveball right at the letters. 2 balls and 1 strike. Have we seen Keffer in the windup?
No, Keffer's honestly, I think he's a true reliever, but we need him to start this year, so this guy comes out of the...
That ball's hit hard down the line. Foul. And another deep line drive, just inches foul.
I didn't see any chalk. I didn't see chalk. I didn't see chalk. Maybe saw chalk in Benicia, but I didn't see it in AC.
Do it again.
I didn't see chalk either.
Nobody didn't see anything.
So the great thing about high school ball is that chirping comes from all parts of the field.
Especially when the parents in the stands too. I love it.
2 balls, 2 strikes now against Cooper. And the pitch swung on and skied foul. That one's headed towards the softball field.
Both ways, honey. Both ways, honey.
And the count's going to stay 2-2. Here it is, at the knees, just inside. And that's going to bring the count full. This first full house belongs to the batsman. After climbing back, I believe it was 1-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Keffer sets at the belt. Here's the payoff pitch. And the full house is going to win the battle. Miles Cooper draws a walk.
Would have been a beautiful pitch if it was just maybe a couple of inches down. It's all right. Sets up the play for a dope.
Yeah, not the end of the world for this Wolves defense. 1 runner on with 1 out here in the top of the third for Colton Richardson. He hit a double back in the first inning. Now the pitch swung on and skied. That just disappears. It's one of those straight up foul balls. Keffer keeping an eye on the runner at first. And that one is inside. Good height, just a bit inside.
Oh, and an update on me and Bradley Keffer's bet on the Elimination Chamber on Saturday for WWE. He actually lost $5 because I bet on John Cena. I mean, never bet against John Cena. I mean, he wins every time.
Now the runner goes. Here's the throw, safe. The throw was high and to the third base side of the bag. Looked like Johnson couldn't quite get a grip on the proper grip on the ball, but the runner is going to be safe nonetheless. Cooper had a good jump. There's a stolen base. Now runners in scoring position. That eliminates the double play opportunity. Did Keffer ever pay Johnson for eating that worm?
I think Bradley scammed him, actually. I mean, I don't even know if they ever shook on that. I mean, a deal's only ripe if it's shook on. So I guess Noah just ate a worm for fun. I mean, he probably does that anyway, but.
I mean, yeah, he's probably got a whole Ziploc meal prepped full of mealworms. And Keffer still on the mound, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Ooh, that one's way up there. It pops in and out of the glove of Johnson. And over to third is Cooper on that pass ball. It was in and out of the glove, so it's going to be a pass ball. And but of course, everyone knows a contract's not legally binding unless shook on, right? Even a verbal agreement is legally binding, right?
I think nowadays you kind of need a video agreement too. Like, it needs to be on video or else it never happened. I did ask Noah Johnson, though, if he'd do it again for $20. He said, indeed, no. He said the worm was stuck in his throat. I mean, can't imagine how that feels like. That's nasty.
Yeah, I mean, what are ball players except just kids just playing in dirt, But 3 balls, 2 strikes on the pitch that Miles Cooper was able to advance on. So another full house in the hands of the batsman. Infield playing in. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball right to the shortstop. He knocks it down. They're going to go home with it. Here's the throw. The tag! Safe! And that is a tough call. I mean, it was a ball that Brown was able to knock down over a short. He was playing in shallow, so he was on the grass when the play was made. It was a good throw, good recovery, and a good tag, but just safe by an inch, and it's now 2-0.
A good play nonetheless. I think just maybe a better tag might have got him, but double play gets us out of here.
So the only runner on is going to score the second run of the game for these Panthers. That ball is going to be fouled back. And on first is Colton Richardson. He's going to reach on a fielder's choice. Here is Mateo Bivian. He hit the sacrifice fly back in the first, and that was an RBI for Bivian, jersey number 40. And that off-speed pitch slips away. It's over the head. And not a bad situation still. I mean, this game is within reach as long as the board stays binary. 1s and 0s, that is. This should be a very attainable game, but Keffer not out of it yet. He has a runner on first with 1 out. And something about this defense, they turned that stellar double play, but 3 bobbled balls from 2 sure-handed fielders in the middle infield. So any thoughts on what could be going on there?
I mean, I do think the ball did beat him at home plate. I mean, just unfortunate that we couldn't get a tag on, but I mean, that's just part of baseball. You got to take that gamble, and we took that gamble, and unfortunately it didn't go our way. But I mean, Coach Brown always continues to preach, like, push the envelope. So I think it'll be in our favor at least sometime soon.
Well said, Mr. Roberts. Now that ground ball that's going to be a fair ball down the line. So moving over to third is Richardson, and Mateo Bivian has a double down the line after having a full count. It was the pitcher. The pitcher had a full house, and Bivian beat it with a double.
Hit a little scorpion slide at third base. I don't know what was going on over there. Feet overhead. Not sure what happened, but looks like something out of a cartoon. Definitely has some cuts under his jersey.
All right, lefty on lefty matchup again. Bryce Brunson is going to pop one up foul. Again, we're still talking about that slide from Richardson at third. Yeah, no. Don't slide if you don't know how. Anyways. One. Swung on the ground to Hall. Oh, and it's in and out of the glove of Hall. Hall tried to make the running play, and you could tell he was locked in at home plate before he even had the ball in his glove.
Unfortunate play. I mean, it is a hard play. I mean, that is a fast transfer you have to make and short reaction time. And a play that you are supposed to make, but still a hard play nonetheless. Benicia dugout with a warning.
Watch out home.
Looks like number 33 takes off, and Bradley pick off and takes second with ease.
Yeah, so stolen base for Brunson. Larga Spada at the plate now with a fresh count in this 3-0 ball game. That ball is going to be in the air, out of play, right into the batting cage of the Wolves. Runners on second and third with one out. They've already surrendered 2 this inning in this 3-0 ball game. And there's a bit of history between American Canyon and Benicia, at least the baseball teams on the field. And what exactly was American Canyon thinking heading into this game?
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another ball game. They're no longer in our league anymore, so I mean, definitely not as important as, you know, maybe our league games. But I mean, every game still counts, and every game is still important. So, I mean, we were all pumped for this game, and all pretty excited. So, we can just play hard.
Yeah, definitely a game that everyone was looking forward to. I was talking to one of the parents in the stands, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think American Canyon has beaten Benicia yet.
They have. I think they beat him a little while ago. It has nothing recently, but it's been a while.
Now that ball is in the air. That's going to be on the softball field. And these are the exact mental cues that any good coach would want to guide their players through. I mean, even though there's a bit of a history, this isn't something that you want to approach any differently. At the end of the day, like you said, a game is a game, and it's played the same way. But now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on, line drive to right field, and Goller is going to make the grab, and he's going to make the throw all the way home. Wow. And that's going to prevent the run from coming in. So nobody moves, but an impressive throw from Goller keeps it 3-0.
Heads up play from Cole Goller. I mean, I think we all know that the hardest position on this field is right field. I mean, the sun is just beating down on right field. So, I mean, he probably only saw the sun. But everyone knows the saying. I mean, if you can't see the ball, catch the sun. I don't know if that's true. I've never tried it, but that's probably what he did right there.
I don't think I've heard that one before. If you don't see the ball, catch the sun. That ball is going to be lined to left center. It's going to be Schmeling who makes the grab. The score is 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We are here in the bottom of the third inning. Still on the mound is Murphy, jersey number 21, the right-hander, facing off against Matthew Schmeling in his first at-bat of the day, looking to get a base hit. And the Wolves really just need to make more contact. They've had 2 hits to the outfield and 2 lineouts to center. And other than that, there's been a couple weak ground balls to the third baseman. And that's about it. Now that first pitch from Murphy is right at the chin, but Schmeling gets away from it. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the windup, and the pitch is a called strike. Another fastball, and a quick 0-2. That's been the story all day. Murphy's just been pounding the zone very effectively. My apologies. It was 1-1. Now after that swing, it is 1-2 on the foul straight back. And a special thank you again to Scarlett and Janelle, the technical directors, and in the booth. That one at the chin. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Make sure when you see Scarlett and Janelle in class or around the hallways, let them know what a great job they did, switching the angles, updating the count, throwing up the graphics. Ooh, that curveball over his head. Look out. And this full house belongs to the batsman, Schmeling. He fouls that one back. Schmeling stays alive. This is his full house we're in. Murphy just trying to get the put out after falling back after a quick 1-2. And strike 3 called, so Murphy beats the full house. He strikes out Schmeling, 1 away. All right, here's Royce Hall in his second at-bat today. In his first at-bat, he flied out to the center fielder. Now here he is, looking at a low and away off-speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the kick in the pitch is a strike right at the belt. And the 1-1. Waved at and tapped foul. Right back into the Benicia dugout. 1-2. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one bounced right on home plate. Skirted maybe 1 or 2 feet to the right of the catcher, Largaspada. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's high, so this full house belongs to the batsman Hall. And the payoff pitch is low. So Hall is going to go to first. The full house wins the battle. Here's Dylan Brown with 1 on and 1 out. A pitch at the chin. Back pick from the catcher to first, but they call safe. Brown having the dirty himself from chest to knee, getting back safely. Murphy now from the stretch. The pitch swung on and fouled. The Shadows are just starting to enter the field now. They're still in foul territory. And that is an inside curveball called for a strike. Dylan Brown tried to call time. It wasn't granted to him. And he was saying it verbally over and over, but 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on high. Deep left field. Todd's going back. And Todd's going to make the catch in deep left field. Just in front of that 370-foot fence. So just a tad high. Just a tad dead on to the fielders, but good contact. That's the best contact the Wolves have made all day. Mason Harris now, jersey number 12. The kick and the pitch. Swung on and skied. Center fielder Rubens camping underneath it. And that's going to end the inning. The score stays 3-0 as we head into the top of the 4th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the 4th inning, 3-0. Keffer is really battling out there. I mean, the 3-0. Don't let the 3-0 score deceive you. He's been doing fairly well at inducing weak contact. There's been a spray of weak grounders on the infield, just uncharacteristically not handled by the Wolves defense. That will happen from time to time. The first pitch to the leadoff batsman, Blake Matson. He's in the 8th hole, leading off the 4th inning. We're joined again by Caden Roberts. Caden, how are the Wolves mentally preparing themselves to come back into this game?
I mean, we are getting like good pieces on offense. I mean, we are catching barrels. It's just, it's just we're finding gloves, unfortunately, and that's just part of the game. It's going to happen. But I mean, eventually, if we keep barreling, I mean, it's just bound to start falling, and that's just how baseball is. And if they accept that and just keep playing the game, understand that you're doing everything right, and you can still go wrong. But so lining out to center is not necessarily a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I mean, the Wolves have made hard contact. I mean, we saw Brown line out to deep left field. That had some carry to it, just a bit short. Ooh, that curveball slips away from Keffer. So 3-1 the count. Keffer trying to gain the full house. Matson grounded out to that stellar double play from Lopez. That one's going to be skied foul, so this full house belongs to the pitcher. Yeah, Matson hit that ground ball to Andre Lopez back in the 2nd inning, where they were able to turn a stellar play. Keffer, the payoff pitch. And Matson can pull up a chair and have a seat. That's strike 3 called on the inside corner. The full house wins, 1 away.
Great pitch. I mean, Coach Hansen always preaches that low inside fastball on a hitter to freeze a hitter, especially in a 2-strike count. That was beautiful. I mean, bang knees is what he says, and often it's really effective and freezes him there.
Yeah, Keffer's got great location. I mean, Keffer's not exactly the type of guy you worry about walking a lot of people or letting an inning slip away. I mean, even with these errors and the momentum that Benicia has carried, Keffer's done a great job stifling that momentum.
Exactly, yeah. He definitely, I mean, when stuff doesn't go his way, Bradley continues to fill up the zone, which is just exactly what you need a pitcher to do. I mean, especially when there's no momentum on your side, he just continues to fill up the zone and keeps giving the defense opportunities. That's all you need to do.
Ball game. This game has been slipping away, it feels like, from the Wolves, yet Keffer doing all he can to stopgap the damage. It's only 3-0 here in the 3rd inning after things could have been much worse. There were, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 runners left on base, 3 of them in scoring position, mind you. And now Keffer is able to fire a strike. 3-1 the count. 1 more strike, and Keffer will have back-to-back full houses this inning. Here's Jake Todd back in the 2nd. He flew out to the left fielder. Now that ball is going to be fouled away, and this full house belongs to the pitcher. Three balls, 2 strikes. The infield playing straight away. That is a hard hit ball through the infield. That's going to be a base hit. Past the diving Brown. It was only inches away, but even if Brown had somehow made the spectacular play, I don't think he would have been able to come up with a throw. That's going to be a single for Todd. He beats the full house.
I mean, good comeback nonetheless. It's better than walking a guy. I mean, started up to count 3-0, comes back 3-2, and then unfortunately gets a ground ball through shortstop and third. Good effort by Dylan, but I mean, way to fill up the zone and come back from that. I mean, much rather have him walk, let him get the base hit and have him walk and give him the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a batter, a single or hit by pitch or a walk is all the same. But when you're a pitcher, hits, you would much rather give up hits than walks. There's no defense against a walk. Keffer's doing all he can. He's been doing a good job inducing those weak ground balls. And now he's got a runner picked off, the throw to second, and they got him. Wow, what a great play. Keffer came up with it and fooled the base runner Todd. picked it off to first. Harris with a quick transfer. The throw over to Brown and the tag, and they got him.
A little rainbow by Mason Harris. I mean, he has a hurt arm, but we did just dug it out and just get it over to Dylan Brown to get the tag on him. Aggressive tag also by Dylan Brown. Tag the runner with intent. Feel it.
I think there's going to be a lot of intent with the tags from here on out. But great execution from Dylan Brown. Here's Nash Rubens, the leadoff batsman, jersey number 8, the center fielder. He stands tall in the box. He's got a broad build. He's 0 for 2 today, though. He grounded out to Royce Hall, and he lined out to Andre Lopez over at third, back in the third inning. Now he fouls one straight back. So 3-1. A chance for Keffer to have 3 full houses in one inning. I don't think that's happened since I've been tracking full houses. Ruben's got that quiet stance. Hands wiggling by the ears. Now the pitch up and away. Keffer surrenders a 2-out walk. That's going to bring Miles Cooper to the dish.
Time called by Coach Brown.
So that's going to end the day for Bradley Keffer. We are going to see who it is. So we're going to select Keffer as the player to be replaced. And it looks like it's going to be Royce Hall to the mound. So jersey number 7, Hall, is now on the mound. He's got 2 outs with a runner on first base here in the top of the 4th. 3-0. And just a tough outing for Keffer. He couldn't have pitched any better, really. I mean, he limited the walks. He induced a lot of weak contact. And he kept his team in as long as possible. But it was the right call. It's early in the season. It's only March the 4th with a dozen and a handful of games left. You want to preserve one of your ace arms, especially with Keffer in his senior year. But right now, the Wolves' defense needs to go soul searching. There are a lot of uncharacteristically mishandled ground balls, and that is something that the Wolves take a lot of pride in. And you've seen flashes of their brilliance with that double play from Lopez to Hall to Harris at first. So you know what this team is capable of in terms of defense. The only problem is just coming up in these moments when, again, the infield is playing in. That is a scary situation. If you're an infielder and you're playing in and you know that there's a runner on third and you know that you have to come home with it, that can be very tough. But luckily, we're here. We have Hayden Roberts in the booth, and he's been a great asset. But we're also joined by an alumni, freshman at Solano College, Archer Hilzebeck. Archer, how you doing today?
What's up? How you doing? I'm doing great. Just out here, beautiful day, watching my old brothers here just play the sport that we all love and compete. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, Archer's going to be joining us for this inning, so he's going to stick around. But a fresh count for jersey number 8, Nash Rubens. Again, the leadoff batsman. The leadoff batsman is on first. This is Miles Cooper, number 9. Hall comes set. The runner goes, and that ball is crushed left center field, and that is going to 2-hop the wall. One run is going to score easily, and Cooper's turning on the jets. He's digging for 3. He's going to make it. An RBI triple for Miles Cooper makes it 4-0.
Got a hold of that one. Not much to say about that. So Archer, like, what do you miss like most about our team?
It's just the culture, being around our brothers, everyday practice, showing up, having fun with each other. Yeah, it was a great environment to be in, to grow in. Great coaches, just a lot of knowledge they got passed down.
Indeed, they do. Do you have a favorite coach?
It's hard to say. They're all pretty great. Yeah.
So you don't have a favorite coach?
No.
I like them both teams. I like that answer. What about, like, what player do you miss the most?
That's hard to say. I always love Dre's energy, you know. You see, as Cole tracks that ball down, that ball goes down the line. Throw to second, relay, and he's there, safe.
So Archer showing off his play-by-play. That wasn't too bad, man. Yeah, ball down the line indeed. Yeah, Archer was one of those players who got to see my first iteration of this experiment. So 5-0 on that double down the line. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to pick your favorite coach. It's almost like picking your favorite parent. You just can't. You know, they all nurture you and care for you in different ways. So here is jersey number 40, Mateo Bivian. Ooh, he swings at that first one. Ooh, and it stumbles. The home plate umpire. Let's hope he's all right. Yeah, it's always tough to see. I mean, it's inevitable in a game like this. Baseball is just a game of projectiles. But it looks like they're laughing it off. Again, that's Bob McAdams behind the plate. Tim Zervell out on the field. Great team of umpires. We always appreciate the respectful men who help officiate these games and makes everything possible. Mateo Bivian, he's in the count. He's in the box with an 0-1 count. All on the mound. He's looking for his sign. Now he comes set. The kick, the pitch, swung on, fouled. Now Archer, what different flavors are you getting from baseball on this side of the field? I mean, it's always different when you're out there, but when you come out here, are you reflecting more? Are you studying the game? What comes to mind when you watch the game from this side?
It's definitely just big, like, love for the game. You miss it a lot, you know. You see the guys playing out there, and you want to just be there instead of them, you know. You want to be up there in the box, behind the plate, whatever it is, fielding all those reps. It's something that, in the moment, you don't realize. You take for granted.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. It's like, it's almost anywhere. You go to school every day for 4 years, and all of a sudden it's the last day, and you start to sit and think. That does tend to happen. Now the 0-2 is going to be skied. Bermuda Triangle, and that one's going to fall in between the center fielder, the shortstop, and the second baseman. And the center fielder, Som, had to recover it and had to throw it back to Hall, the pitcher, because no one was covering first. Or no one was covering second. So now Benicia's rolled a pair of snake eyes. Runners on the corners. It's going to be Richardson on third. Mateo Bivian is on first with that Bermuda Triangle single. I was just behind the bag. Now here's 33, Bryce Brunson. Throw back to first, safe. It was close, but safe. All set. Another pickoff to first. You know when they got snake eyes, there's a play on first, especially with 2 outs. They're going to want to play around a little bit. test the arm of the catcher in a 5-0 game. Runner stays put for now. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the runner goes. Safe at second, no throw. So now runners on second and third. And a new camera angle was brought to you. I hope everyone got to appreciate that. So Mateo Bivian with a stolen base advances himself in the scoring position. Foul off of the bat of Brunson. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. Hall with a chance to put it away. Low and away. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on with 2 out. Benicia's already scored 2 here in the top of the 4th. Hall shakes. And now time is called. And Hall sets. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and fouled back. We'll do it again at 2-2. Fouled away again. Hall sets. And the 2-2. Strike 3 called, and Hall gets out of it. The inning is over. The score 5-0 as we head into the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the 4th inning, 5-0 as the cleanup hitting Andre Lopez steps to the plate. The first pitch is going to be swung on and grounded, bobbled by the third baseman. The throw is high and it gets away. Lopez stays at first. He's going to reach on an error, but the Wolves will take it. That's exactly what they need right now. So it's going to go down as an E5, an error from the first baseman. Lopez is on first. Noah Johnson now looking to get his first hit of the day. He grounded out to the third baseman. That's Richardson, number 15 for Benicia. The throw over to first. Safe. Lopez soils his uniform from chest to knee. And finally, a balk is called. It's been a recurring theme here, but the first balk call in the fourth, even though it's been the same mechanics since the start of the game. So Lopez moves over to second. The Benicia coach is speaking with the field umpire right now about exactly what happened. It looks like he's signaling that it was his shoulders that's moving, checking over the runner at first. So he's saying that when he comes set, you can't move your shoulders. And it's pretty cut and dry there. You can't move your shoulders after you come set. So now, very quickly, the Wolves have a runner in scoring position. And they'll take that any way that they can. The Wolves just need a little bit of momentum. They've been shut out so far. First pitch to Johnson is a called strike right at the thighs. 0-1 the count. Now a little bit of chirping coming from the Benicia spectator side. 0-1. That one's in the dirt. Curveball hit the plate. Good block by Largaspada. Jersey number 3. Murphy sets. Lopez with a good lead over at second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, up the middle, and the shortstop has it. The slinging sidearm throw gets Johnson, but now Lopez is on third with only one out. A productive out from Johnson moves the runner. It was a little ground ball up the middle. The shortstop came in front of the bag to make the play. And the first pitch to Savan Sam is a strike. And a quick 0-2 against Sam. Alright, Sam stays alive. He looks at that waste pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, excuse me. And strike 3 called at the letters. And now there's 2 away for Matias Garcia. First pitch is a ball outside. And 2-0 for Garcia. The 2-0. Swung on and missed. Looks like he was underneath that thigh-high fastball. He was trying to scoop it out. Now the 2-1. Tapped foul. The 2-2. At the shoulders, swung underneath. That's going to end the inning. The score stays 5-0 as we head into the 5th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the 5th inning in this 5-0 game. Again, we're very lucky to have Caden Roberts joining us in the booth. Caden, I mean, with it being 5-0, what is the morale like in the dugout right now?
I mean, a lot of emotions going down in the dugout right now. I mean, a lot of, anger, excitement. I mean, we're still pumped. I mean, unfortunate ending at the end of that last inning, but anything's possible. I mean, we could still a lot of game left, and I mean, deficit's not too big to cut down, so keeping our heads high.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about baseball. I mean, it's not like football where, 5 minutes in the last quarter, you don't really care anymore. It's not like basketball where if you got a huge lead, you just got to defend. Baseball, you could be down to your last strike in the bottom of the 7th and still make a comeback. So that's what's nice about baseball. You have that relentless optimism and almost denial bordering on. But baseball, you have to be an optimist. 5-0. That's just a grand slam and a solo shot away. Here's the pitch from Hall. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hall working quickly. Here's Carlos Largaspada. Jersey number 3, the catcher. Swung on, line drive right to the third baseman, Lopez, who snags it for the first out.
Andre Lopez saying 10 toes down. Reaction times of like a freaking race car F1 driver. Way to go, Andre, number 4.
Here's Jackson Habiger. He's 0 for 2 today. Jersey number 17, a left-handed batsman. Habiger's the right fielder for the Benicia Panthers. And the pitch is a curveball that finds the outside corner. So it looks like Hall finding his stride. He had some trouble nailing that outside corner in his last inning. But now it looks like he's really dialed in and found that part of the zone. Now, with an 0-1 count, he winds again. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Line drive, a 1-hopper to the shortstop. Makes the throw across the diamond, and it's out of the glove of Harris. And, wow, I mean, a perfect throw from Brown. He shakes it off. He says no biggie. Harris looks at his glove and checks the leve. Looks like nothing's the matter there. It's going to go down as an E3. And that's going to bring up Blake Matson with one runner on and one out.
Mason Harris not usually a first baseman, but due to unfortunate circumstances, have to move to first base. Still learning the position.
So Blake Matson now. Jersey number 10. And a quick checkup on the runner Habiger over at first. He dives back safely. Blake Matson today grounded out into a double play in the second. That was that stellar play from Lopez and company. Started by Lopez. And in the fourth inning, he struck out looking. The runner goes. The ball is low. It's to the backstop. And it would have been safe either way. It looked like an off-speed pitch. That's probably the best pitch that you can run on. Even if Johnson had caught it cleanly, I doubt he would have gotten there. It was a great jump. So now the runner's in scoring position. Matson, the 8th slot hitter. He's got a very tall, narrow stance. He tried to call time, but changed his mind. His hand's back on the bat now. Very compact approach overall, it looks like. All pitches, and there's a foul ball onto the softball field. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Or is it 1-1? Either way. The last one was a strike for sure. All sets. Now he checks on the runner at second with a little spin move. Roberts, which of your pickoff moves do you like the most?
You know, I like them all, to be honest. I mean, you got to mix up. You can't just give out your A move out the jump. So you got to use them all. I mean, without like your B move, C move, there is no A move. So it's kind of like a reverse alphabet. You can't show off your A move too early in the game. Keep them honest. Once they see your A move, I mean, they know your move. So they know how to time your best move. I mean, and that's how they start taking bases. So you got to use your B and C move before you use your A. But obviously, I'm going to like my A, like the little spin to second base. But you got to be stepping off, maybe spaghetti over there, and keep them off balance.
So tell us, what's your A move, unless that's something that you would like to keep confidential? What is your A move to first, and what's your A move to second?
I mean, A move to first, I mean, you kind of have to get them on the little timing. Yeah, so I like to, I plan it, maybe a couple pitches before, kind of go in the same timing for, maybe for 2 pitches, and then on the third pitch, same timing, but pick off. And I would kind of just move my feet over and just pick off. And it's kind of the same thing for second base, especially if they have a big lead. But I'm going to try to get them maybe a spaghetti with a big lead like the second baseman has right now.
Hard hit ground ball up the middle. It looks like 1 run is going to be waved in. Here comes the throw. Safe. Wow, and that was a perfect throw from Som. Just a little up the line. A 1-hopper, but sliding in safely is Habiger. And that makes it 6-0. Matson with that hard single up the middle. He's going to stand on first, but here's Jake Todd. Jake Todd is also a Panther, I guess. That's a good way to finish that sentence. I don't know what I was going to say. Jake Todd in his 3rd at-bat today. That one's in the dirt. Good stop from Johnson, but a great explanation from Roberts there, because that kind of demonstrates how having a runner on affects the calculus of your mind. You're not only are you thinking of your pitch sequence, but you're thinking, how many pitches in? Am I going to think about the runner on first? And that's a great insight for all the parents and kids who might be watching in the mentality of high school baseball. Ooh, that one is at the ankles. And Johnson has to recover it after it pops in and out of his glove. So Matson moves to second. Jake Todd's got a runner on with one out.
Little miscue by Noah Johnson, the catcher. The infamous Jeff Hansen, "We need you, let's go." That's in all of his catchphrases. That's one used pretty frequently. He likes to use that one.
And a called strike. 3-1 the count. Hall's trying to climb himself back after falling behind 3-0. You know, in baseball, you need catchphrases because the game is so long and somewhat repetitive, especially if you have an untrained eye. It helps, you know, if you hear me saying the same things over and over on this broadcast, you know, there's a reason to that. It's because we're trying to call your attention to something that pops up maybe once or twice a game, but if you recognize the catchphrases, you can start to weave in, oh, this happened last game in a different inning or in a different situation. I've always liked to say that baseball, of all the games, is kind of like Mario Party. There's so many games within the game that you have to keep track of. And to be a well-rounded baseball player, you need to work on many different facets to be successful. But now, Jake Todd, jersey number 27, has a 3-2 count, and he taps this one foul. It's a pitcher's full house. It belongs to Hall. He was behind 3-0, and he's worked himself full. Jake Todd hit a single back in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. He got picked off from that nasty lefty move from Keffer to first. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball. Ooh, snagged. Great play by Lopez to throw across the diamond, and they got him. Wow, that is not an easy play. That ball came off hot off of the bat of Todd. Lopez stayed with it and made the out.
Good play nonetheless by the athlete, offensive player of the year, state champion, Andre Lopez. No glaze intended, but praise needed when praise is deserved.
State champion Lopez. May as well go with Krispy Kreme. He's the original glaze right over there at third. Here is Nash Rubens, jersey number 8. He grounded out to second base in the first inning. In the third inning, he lined out to Lopez over there at third base. In the fourth inning, he walked and scored the 4th run of the game for Benicia. It's now 6-0 here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Pitch, off speed, at the shoulders. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still a runner in scoring position. A Hall sets. The 1-1. A called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped foul right into the parents' section and caught barehanded by one of the Benicia parents. Well, good play. Yeah, I hand it to him.
That's an out and banana ball.
For those uninformed, look up the official rules of banana ball. That is the rules of the Savannah Bananas. There, you recognize the game of baseball when you watch the Bananas, but they do play things a little differently. And whatever your opinion is, you have to respect the business and the marketing side of it. They've been outstanding. And another one fouled back. Long battle, very long battle from Nash Rubens. This is exactly what a leadoff batsman is trained to do. They're trained to foul off a lot of pitches. One, because it tires out the pitcher, but two, because it gives the teammates a lot to look at. They're able to study his pitches. They can see everything in his full arsenal. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And just inside. It was at the belt. Just a little close to the batsman, maybe a ball or 2 off the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out with a runner on second. Hall tries to pick up his sign. He shakes. Shakes again. Now he wipes his chest, and finally, they decide on a pitch. Here it is. Oh, and that one was closer to the plate than the last. Same height, still a ball. And this full house belongs to the batsman on a very close fastball at the belt. Good pitch from Hall. Can't be upset about that. Now Hall sets. The payoff pitch. Slapped. Right field. And Goaler in the Sunfield gets the out. Thank you to Caden Roberts for joining us in the booth. And that will be the last we hear from him for today. We head into the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. Bottom of the 5th inning. Cole Goaler, the Sunfielder, out there. He made the last grab, and man, he has not been receiving any help from these batsmen. All of the balls hit towards him are these low line drives, and the sun is just setting now behind the Wolf Den Stadium, so very difficult. Murphy still in this game. He fires a strike at the thighs on the outside corner. A quick 0-1. And Murphy pounding the zone. The approach here really should just be the ambush. And he swings on that one. And the players were fielding back. A chance for Goaler, but they got him. Great execution from Matson at first and Murphy on the mound. Murphy ran to cover first on that squibbler where Cooper was playing too far back. So it really had to be a first baseman to make the play. That was a well-executed one at that. 1 away. Here is Matthew Schmeling looking for his first hit. He struck out looking back in the first. Now he's going to swing and sky that one foul. At the eyes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, every baseball player has to be at least a little bit psycho. Every time they step in the box, they're just staring at death straight in the eyes. Swung on, fouled. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trailing with the white pinstripe in his photo op. Looking very clean. That one is low. During media day, we told all the players, you have 1 smiling photo and 1 mean photo, and Trailing just, he couldn't mean mug. His smile was just infectious the whole way through. Now time is called. Again, Trailing is that type of player. You can see his smile probably from the dugout all the way out in right field if he were to look at you. Now the 2-2. Swung on the ground, left side of the field, base hit! And Schmeling gets things started for the Wolves here with 1 out. He sends it back to the top of the order for Royce Hall. So meeting on the mound, it looks like that's going to be it for Murphy. Murphy is going to surrender the ball to a new pitcher. This is jersey number 2. We'll have a name for you in just a moment. But in the meantime, we're going to cut to commercial. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. A new pitcher in the mound, jersey number 2, a lefty, a tall one, 6'7", Andrew Thompson is on the mound. He has a very heavy fastball. You can hear it hiss through the air. And now Royce Hall steps to the plate. A lefty-on-lefty matchup. We said to look out for this earlier. So that's 6'7" height listed on Max Preps. Can't quite verify it myself from my current position, so I'll have to trust it. And that first pitch fouled straight back. Good hack from the young man. And the 0-1. Up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's going to be interesting. We haven't seen a game speed curveball from this young man yet, but Thompson, no doubt, is going to have a hammer in his back pocket. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. At the letters, 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 runner on with 1 out. Hall looks at another one at the shoulders. He had to lean back to get it out of the way. And you really don't appreciate just the absolute courage that every batter has when they step in the box until you've been away from the game for a while. And there's a called strike, so this full house belongs to the new pitcher, Thompson, after coming back 3-1. I would not want to be in that box right now against Thompson. Here's the payoff. Swung on, fouled. So we'll do it again at 3-2. We're in the pitcher's full house. Thompson sets. Here's the payoff. Oh, strike 3 called below the knees. And that puts 1 runner on and 2 outs now for Dylan Brown. And right on cue, Dylan Brown stands on first with a bruise. 2 runners on with 2 out for Mason Harris. First pitch to Harris is above the letters. 1 ball, no strikes. This is a long 5th inning. Two and 0 the count. Inside, 3-0 the count. So a tall lefty who throws hard but can't control. Where have we heard that before? For those who don't know, it's a tired old cliche. And a called strike at the knees. Swung on, hard, deep left field, and that's going to drop. It's going to one-hop the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and they all score. A triple for Mason Harris. Here's the cleanup hitting Andre Lopez. That was a loud double from Harris. It was left center field. It one-hopped the wall. And now Matt Brown, the head coach, reminding his dugout to keep the energy moving. Surprisingly, after a play like that, the dugout could get quieter because they're all recovering from the excitement. But you have to keep the intensity up in a situation like this. 3 balls, no strikes again for the tall, unruly lefty in Andrew Thompson. Pitch at the shoulders. And that's ball 4 for Andre Lopez. I think Lopez was just making sure it wasn't a called strike, is really what he was doing. So now time is going to be called. The Wolves have rolled their first pair of snake eyes today. Runners on first and third. So the first run of the game for the Wolves belongs to Schmeling. Dylan Brown scored the second run of the game just after. And it was Harris who drove them both in with 2 RBIs today. Andre Lopez is on first. Harris stands on third. I have that down as a double. It was a 2 RBI triple for Harris. Harris is a triples machine. It'd be interesting to see the number he's had on his career. But Noah Johnson now. Runners on first and third. The only sign of life the Wolves have shown all day is against Thompson, who fires a strike. 0-1 the count. And again, with that 6-7 pitcher, that the ball is moving down at a plane at a very unique angle. It can be hard to hit a low pitch because it almost feels like Thompson is on a mountain just pitching down at you. He's got a tall, lanky delivery where once his glove and his hand separate, he has his hand down, then he has to flip the wrist above the elbow to make the throw. And he's got that low 3/4 release point. And now he misses outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. I've lost count of how many 3-ball counts there have been with Thompson on the mound. And there's a lot of ball game left. We're here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that one is at the letters. And now the bases are juiced for Savon Som. Lopez moves to second. Back-to-back walks on first and second. And Savon Som, the senior, who's been in the lab, he's packed on quite a bit of muscle between his junior and senior outings. And now he looks at a low pitch at the shins. 1 ball, no strikes. Now he swings through that one. A foul tip into the mitt. Evens it out at 1-1. Som today has struck out twice and both looking. You know he remembers that. You know he's looking for his chance to come through. 6-2 with the bases loaded. And there's a called strike at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Harris on third. Lopez on second. Johnson on first. Thompson keeping us all on our feet. The kick and the pitch at the eyes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for jersey number 2. A 4-run deficit with the bases loaded, 6-2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on in the air. And that's going to fall foul right on top of the first base dugout. So we haven't yet seen the curveball from Thompson, but there wouldn't be a better time to throw it than now. Ooh, that one's going to hit Som. A dead ball. And all of a sudden, the 6-0 lead has been cut in half. It's 6-3. The line moves. Harris scores. Andre Lopez the third. Noah Johnson the second. And Savon Som is on first with an RBI. Here's number 9, Matias Garcia. And that's going to be it for Thompson. So the 6-7 lefty gets pulled from the game. A new pitcher is going to come in. It looks like this is jersey number 40. Started off as the designated hitter and the cleanup hitter. Now he's on the mound. He's a righty. The more traditional approach. He's got a very standard right-handed pitcher's delivery from the windup. His release point is right around the ears. If you were to imagine a clock from the perspective of the batter, he releases probably around 11 o'clock. Would be interesting for Matias Garcia, a lefty, to see how he faces off against this right-hander. A curveball sinks right into the bat of a left-handed batsman. So Garcia with the advantage right now with this lefty-righty matchup. Completely different style from the 6'7" left-handed Thompson, who looked like he was all firepower but no control. He walked 2 batters in a row, and he hit a batsman in Dylan Brown, who ended up scoring. So 3 free bases, and all of a sudden 3 runs surrendered here in the 5th inning. Now the first pitch from Vivian is going to be swung on and fouled. Oh-1 count for the junior. Swung on in the air. Looks like the shortstop camping underneath it. And Brunson makes the out. The Wolves tack on 3. It's now 6-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. 6-3, the Wolves have cut this game in half. Now leading things off is jersey number 9, Miles Cooper. Dylan Brown now on the mound. Some defensive changes have been made. Dylan Brown getting the full day off from the catching position, going from short now to pitching. He starts in the windup. The kick, the pitch is an off-speed pitch low. So Lopez stays at third. Hall is now at short. Schmaling's at second. And Harris stays at first. Johnson stays catching. Goller stays in right. Som stays in center. But it's now Matias Garcia out in left field. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled. Cooper swings through that one. Now here's the 1-2. Low. And that kind of low pitch just makes you smile. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. 6-3. Now that ball's going to be slapped to right field. Cole Goler's giving chase. Cole Goler dives, but it's going to be off of the tip of his glove. Now it's in the corners. Cooper's rounding second. He's digging for 3. He's going to get there standing. And that's how this inning gets started. No fault at all to Goler. That was a very tough play off of the bat of a right-handed batsman down the line like that. That ball's going to have some slice to it. And even Goler, with his speed and the jump that he had, just couldn't quite catch it. So it's going to be a 3-bagger, a clean 3-bagger for Cooper. Here is Colton Richardson, jersey number 15. And not a good sign. Cooper has scored in every at-bat or every plate appearance thus far. He was hit by a pitch in the first and scored the first run. He was walked in the second and scored the second run. Sorry, he was walked in the third. And in the 4th inning, he hit a triple and scored the 5th run. And now in the 6th inning, he hits another triple. So if the Wolves can somehow keep Cooper from scoring this inning, it would be nothing short of a miracle. But Richardson foul tips that one into the glove of Johnson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The infield is playing at the lip of the grass. Anything on the ground, they're going to just check the runner at third, make sure he's not moving, and then get the out at first. If for whatever reason Cooper is moving on any ball in contact, they're certainly going to come home with it. Johnson has to be ready. That's a line drive. That's going to be an easy single and an easy score for Cooper. So Cooper scores for the 4th time today. This time it's the 7th run here in the 6th. Over to first is Richardson with an RBI single. And Mateo Bivian now steps to the box. Ball is at the chin. 1 ball, no strikes. Bryce Brunson is on deck. Very small lead from Richardson over at first. Ooh, swing and a miss. The runner didn't go. So it looks like 15 is re-entering. And jersey number 1 is going to be out. No, I got that backwards. 1 re-enters, 15 is out. As detailed as I try to make my scorecards, I don't think anyone really cares about a pinch runner. So, nowhere to notate that. And you can see why. He's certainly got a bigger lead over there at first. A more slender build. You can tell he's a demon on the base paths. Very low lead. This man knows what he's doing. He's trying to get the timing of Dylan Brown. He's trying to test the arm of Noah Johnson. Brown knows this. He sends a pickoff over to first. But keep an eye on the runner at first. He's scheming right now. Scheming some shenanigans. 2 balls, 1 strike. The kick and the pitch. Line drive, left center field. That's going to drop. Garcia recovers it. Hits the cutoff. The runners are going to stop at second and third. It's a double for Mateo Bivian. So jersey number 35 is going to replace Bryce Brunson here in the 6th inning. 35 is Nick Ayers. He's a right-handed batsman, a very stocky build. He's got a very loud batting stance, a lot of moving parts. And now he looks at a strike right below the letters, 0-1. The infield's playing in. Again, anything on the ground, they're going to check on the runner at third and then go to first for the force. If the runner on third is moving, they will come home with it. And now, ooh, that ball is tapped foul. It looked like it may have hit the front left inside ankle of the batsman. And a quick 0-2. 2 on, nobody out. And 0-2, boo-hoo. That's strike 2 called for the first out. Strike 2 called. That's strike 3 called. Well, now I can't put that in my highlight reel. Oh, well. Just like these players, I'm still working some stuff out. Some new material here and there. A strike called to jersey number 3, the catcher. Larga Spada. It's always fun to say. And the 0-1 swung on, fouled. 0-2. Another quick 0-2. And a line drive to right field. That's going to drop for a hit. 1 run's going to score. The throw home. Another good throw from Cole Goller. Just a perfect one hopper. It keeps the runner from second from scoring on what should have been a 2 RBI single. So another run is limited by Goller's arm. But the Panthers have rolled another pair of snake eyes. First and third with 1 out. Richardson scores the 8th run in this 8-3 ball game. Vivian's the one on third. Larga Spada is on first. So Vivian the left eye, Larga Spada the right eye. 1-0. A left-handed batsman with Jackson Habiger. Jersey number 17. He's 0 for 3 today, but he has been on base. He reached on an error and scored the 6th run back in the 5th inning. Now the 1-0. The runner goes. Fake pump from Johnson. Doesn't fool anybody. So now runners on second and third. Both of them in scoring position. The infield still playing in. And the 1-1. Slapped that foul. In and out of the glove of Johnson, and 1 run is going to score. 9-3. So the Wolves needed a shutdown inning after scoring 3, and they made it 6-3. But now 9-3, and it feels like the last little gasps of air have left. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout for Dylan Brown. I'm mixing up my battery mates. Noah Johnson, the catcher. Dylan Brown with the strikeout. 2 outs here in the 6th. Here's Blake Matson. That double play in the 2nd. He struck out looking in the 4th. Ooh, and a fastball at the shoulders. He's staring down Brown. And Brown's looking at him like, what do you want? It's baseball. You know, Brown's not trying. It's a 9-3 game. What's going on? And it's low. Ooh, tough call. This is a tall batsman, however, so a little discretion from the umpire there. The 2-0. Swung through and missed underneath that shoulder-high fastball. Matson looked like he swung out of his shoes. And that one is slapped in the air, right side of the field. A Bermuda triangle, but it's Goller who calls everyone off. It was between the right fielder, the center fielder, and the second baseman. But Goller ends the inning. We're going into the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back to the Wolves baseball broadcast. We're here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cole Goller exits the game. Here is jersey number 23 getting his first at bat in the 6th inning. Tyler Tran. So jersey number 23 coming in late on this ball game. He smacks that first pitch high in the air. Oh, and it drops! It was Rubens who came in front of Todd. And they were basically shoulder to shoulder. And the ball popped in and out of the glove of what looked like Rubens. Very interesting play. I mean, it was in the outfield. I'm going to label that. It's hard to make an error in the outfield, but that's a pretty close call. So I was going to go down as a rare E8. That's what that's going to be. Cole Goller re-enters the game as a pinch runner. So Tyler Tran did his job. He showed up, smacked the pitch, and now here's Cole Goller. He goes. Here's the throw down. Safe! And a stolen base for Cole Goller. No chance at all. So Matthew Schmeling against Bivian. He shows bunt. Strike is called, even though he pulled back. The sun is beginning to set. The temperature is dropping. That ball is going to be hit foul. It landed fair, right where a bunt should be, but Schmeling is rubbing his left ankle. It looks like it again hit the inside of his left ankle. That's always one of the hardest plays as a batsman. It just beats you up. Now tried to run to first on a ground ball, but 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on second. The kick, the pitch. The curveball, strike 3 looking. And that's going to send Royce Hall to the plate with 1 on and 1 out.
Go, 7.
That's the 5th strikeout looking today for the Wolves. And if you're wondering where this game went away, that's likely where it was. Now, the zone is difficult, but it is up to the batsmen to adjust to the zones of the umpires. Cole Goller goes, the throw to third, goes in the left field. Goller's going home, the throw, the slide, safe! And just like that, Goller manufactured a run. A stolen base, and an error. And that's how you run the base paths.
Hey, big through, you know what he's got.
And after Hall fouls one off, he looks at one high. Another foul ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dylan Brown is on deck. Hall today flew out to the center fielder. And now he's going to strike out in what is likely his last at-bat of the day. Another strikeout looking. That's the 6th on the day for the Wolves. So here's Dylan Brown, jersey number 5. He had his single back in the first. He flew out to left field in the 3rd. In the 5th, he was hit by a pitch and scored the 2nd run. Now he swings at the first offering. Down the line, foul. And that was another loud hit. Dylan Brown's fly out in the 1st was a very loud hit. In the 3rd was very loud. That was a very loud foul ball and very difficult for the batsman when you are making contact. It's just quite literally not falling your way. Now he looks at a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs for Dylan Brown. Swung on, popped up. The catcher and the pitcher are both going after it, but it's the pitcher who makes the out. That's going to end the inning as he shouts, "Let's go." Top of the 7th, we go. And that's going to wrap up the Wolves baseball broadcast for today. A final score of 9-4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. The game was called due to light conditions. You can see the sun setting. The clouds are pink now. So this is a day that the Wolves are likely going to use to fuel the rest of their season. A very tough loss, very quiet start. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Join us for the next broadcast. Thank you once again to Janelle and Scarlett for their help, our technical directors here in the booth. We'll catch you on the next one.